All right, everybody, welcome back to House of Prep. My name's Jerry, and this is my pantry. This is our working pantry. This is the place where everyone congregates to come to get snacks, to get food. Pantries morph. They're not just supposed to look pretty. Okay, they're supposed to be usable. A lot of times we'll claim our shelf. I like this top shelf up here. I can hide some goodies up here. Not everybody can reach them. Some folks in my family here are vertically challenged. So without a step stool, I can hide some Oreo cookies or something up there and no one can mess with them. But seriously though, right now, the time of life that we're in, we're dealing with a lot of inflation, with price increases galore, shrinkflation. Products are shrinking and raising prices at the same time. So we're just not getting that same value to stock our pantries, to stock our refrigerators and our freezers. And that's the reality of life right now. Along with what else we buy water, we buy supplies, prep supplies, things for our car, items for our household, utility bills. Everywhere we look, things are going up higher and higher and higher. Now, a lot of folks are on fixed incomes. I feel saddened every time I read comments on some of my videos, people that are on Social Security or very fixed incomes, and look, rent is going up a lot of places. I just noticed a lot of comments on my last video I did a week ago that a lot of people are saying, Jerry, hey, rent is going up and I'm on a fixed income and it just went up $80 a month. Now that's huge for somebody who has to fit in a very tight budget. Some folks' rent's going up $200 a month. Our next door neighbor had moved a little bit ago, and their house now is renting for $1,800 a month. That's right, $1,800 a month. It's not a super large house. It's not a lot of property. It's not super fancy. It's a normal, average neighborhood house. $1,800 a month for rent. That's insane to me. It blows my mind. How can you afford food at some point? I mean, it's just getting astronomical. That's why all the cheap stuff you see gets gobbled up, whether it's the pastas or the noodles or whatever. The cheap foods are getting bought up, and you better make sure you have some stocked up, because there'll be a day you'll be looking around and you're like, I can't find the cheap stuff anymore because it's just everybody's buying it. Okay? Now look, I never wanted to insult anybody's intelligence. A lot of times I try to do these only once a month, because a pantry is a pantry, right? But there are some reminders in here. Now look, we have a lot of newer subscribers here. Welcome to the channel. I appreciate you guys subscribing. And we like to talk a lot about food and things like that. But we also like to talk about staying organized. We like to talk about cleanliness. Now every so often, it doesn't hurt to totally empty out your pantry, clean it, wipe it down, check, make sure you haven't gotten rodents, lurking around in there, or insects. Put your traps in there, whatever you need to do, and keep yourself clean, neat, and safe. Okay. Now, also get you a black Sharpie marker. Date everything. So you say, well, it's already written on there. Have you tried to read some of the cans? As we get older, those things seem like they get smaller and smaller, or sometimes they get smudged, or sometimes they just get old and start deteriorating and wearing and fading. The ink fades. Get you a big black Sharpie and make it very legible on your items, so it's very easy to organize, even easier to rotate, especially if you're pulling everything out of your pantry and you don't want to have to sit there for tens of minutes trying to figure out dates and things. Just have a Sharpie right on the top, right on the front. Do both. Make it super legible, and you can get yourself a little bit better organized in here. Now, because this is the working pantry. Now, if you're able to, luckily we can, sometimes I'll do a video standing in front of, we have the prepping pantry, the pantry that all the extra preps, the longer term things that I will pull out of and bring down here as we get groceries and take it to that location and keep everything rotated. I hope that makes sense. But having a secondary area and keeping that stocked up for however many months you're planning on having backups for, or a year, but having another location. It's so tempting and easy to overstack your main pantry. Now, if that's all you have is one pantry, you do what you got to do. But if you start getting it over jammed and stuffed, the household around you can get frustrating. Everyone's looking for something. They can't reach something. They can't find something. Things are falling on the floor when you're reaching and grabbing things. Getting you a good spice rack. Now, every time I do one of these videos in front of my pantry, I always have people ask, "Hey, Jerry, where did you get your spice racks?" I'm going to try to remember to put them in a link on my Amazon, the House of Prep Amazon account, where you can look at them and you can kind of say if that's something you're interested in for the spice racks. I'll put it on the description of the video below. Just go look under the description. Oh yeah, anything you buy on Amazon, even if you just look at the spice rack, if you shop through my link, House of Prep actually gets a small kickback from Amazon. You can do all your normal shopping like you normally do if you just go through my link to do it and hit the search button and shop away. So, but I appreciate some of you do that every month. I appreciate you guys so much for that. There's also easy anchors. If you have this door, most of these usually have the hollowness in here, and I can put a link to the easy anchors as well. And then if that's something you're serious doing, there's a YouTube video out there if you just with that easy anchor on how to use it, and somebody does a step-by-step video on how to install these racks with those easy anchors. Wonderful, super secure. I never have problems as I start flipping spices on the floor. Don't ever have problems with the rack. But anyway, no matter what you do, just find ways to create space. Add an extra shelf in here. I don't care if it's wood or just whatever your favorite material is or what your budget can handle. But just get yourself better organized. I added a LED light in mine. Sometimes I open this up and someone's like, "Is that a refrigerator?" The extra light beaming in there. But hey, that's for the older eyes, right? Just making it easy. Again, it's making your life a little more simplified. There's enough stress and enough problems going on out there, and just going to the store and trying to buy this stuff is stressful enough. When you get home, you want to make it as easy for yourself as possible. So this is just, like I said, an update. Just kind of reminder. Again, we have so many new subscribers. There's a lot of newer people entering the world of prepping, preparedness, getting better prepared. Stocking up food for the unknown, for the uncertainties of everything that's going on in our life right now. I was watching the news last night, actually, and I saw Shanghai over in Asia, the city of Shanghai, of all the lockdowns and the problems that they're facing. And just watching how the people are reacting, people that are claiming that they're starving, that they can't get supplies, they can't get food. Because why? They're relying on the government for that. Look, if you rely on the government and you're expecting, hey, I don't need to prepare, I don't need to prep because I'm relying on the government to take care of me in a crisis situation. Look, the government cannot take care of everybody. It just can't. Logistically, deliveries, supplies, you're going to be up a creek without a paddle. Start building your own insurance policy, your own family's stockpile. Whether you've got one pantry, you've got a secondary pantry somewhere, you've got extra cabinet space in your kitchen, you can under your bed, maybe you have some false walls. I don't know, whatever, get creative, do whatever you got to do, but make space and find ways to get creative and begin to add to your preps. If you've been a long-term prepper and you say, I've got this down, it's been a lifestyle, it's been passed on from generation to generation, you're definitely ahead of the curve. And maybe that you can continue to pass on that information. Well, jump in the comments, throw some ideas, maybe on different ways of prepping, different ways of storing things in your household. How many people are running out of space? I see that from time to time. Some folks are like, look, I'm busting at the seams, I'm running out of space. But you know what? That's a good problem to have. That means that you are becoming very well prepared. In any type of a bad situation, you'll have some supplies as needed. So this was just a quick video. Wanted to touch base, say hey to you guys. I appreciate you. Hit the thumbs up on the way out the door if you don't mind. And I'll talk to y'all later. Bye now.